All right, Bob is here to talk about these hurricanes and what the categories mean in terms of damage.
Damage potential, yes.
Yeah.
And this is an actual study based on storms in the past versus a tropical storm all the way up to a Category 5. And we were lucky. Let's face it, we had a Category 2 and barely that. And as far as hurricane force winds go, that's 10 times greater than a Category 1 in the Category 2 scale. But look at the Category 2 versus a Category 4 or 5. It's 250 times more damage. Can you imagine 250 more times damage here along the Suncoast than what we're seeing right now? So yeah, you get the picture. It is lucky for us here along the Suncoast, and these things go up exponentially when it comes to their category size. So a drop in a category is a big deal. When we saw that happening from Cuba, when it went from a 5 to a 3 as it emerged. Well, here are the list of the names, 11 named storms so far. This is what would be a normal season, maybe even above normal if we ended it right now, but we still have 2 months and a couple weeks to go yet. We've had 11 named storms. Of those, we had 6 hurricanes, and of those, we've had 4 major hurricanes. The next storm up is Lee, and then Maria, Nate, Ophelia. Let's hope we stop right there. Let's go take a look at what's going on out there in the Gulf of Mexico. A little trough of low pressure has been left behind from Irma. You can see some activity there moving off to the northeast, and we have some showers inland. That activity is right along I-75 corridor down into Northport, and also some heavier showers into Charlotte County right now. This line has been kind of working its way or digging southward as an outflow boundary continues to work down near Lakewood Ranch. You can see some moderate rainfall there near Lakewood Ranch, also along State Road 70 and I-75 near Northport, along I-75 all the way over just north of Warm Mineral Springs, and some activity in the inland portions of Sarasota County. You can see the storms are being ripped apart by some strong southwesterly shear going on, so we don't expect that thing in the Gulf to develop like we saw with an Emily a couple months ago. This upper level low is digging over the Louisiana coast right now, and with that in place, this has little or no chance to develop into anything, and all that dry air around there too is just kind of ripping it apart at this point. But it is providing us an increase in cloudiness and a chance for some showers on Friday too. It'll be around close enough to us on Friday to give us a little bit better chance for some showers and storms around. We've had over an inch of rain in some isolated areas earlier today. 11 o'clock tonight should be right around 78 degrees. Currently at the airport, it's 86. The dew point way up there at 78. Winds out of the northwest at 12, and the pressure 29.92 inches. The high today was 1 degree shy of the average. The low was right at 74. That's where it's supposed to be. And as far as rainfall goes, we had just over 7/10 of an inch of rain at the Sarasota Bradian Airport. That brings our monthly total over 4.5 inches, and for the year, over 15 inches, approaching 16 right now. The hourly forecast tomorrow calling for showers and storms mainly later in the day, and there'll be a little bit more, I think, tomorrow. Not a widespread event, but they'll be around nonetheless. Highs will be into the upper 80s, and with the heat index tomorrow, right around 100 degrees again. Well, this system is Jose, and Jose's been just kind of going around, spinning in circles out there. Thankfully, not hitting many land areas. It's causing some outflow and also getting some showers on this trough of low pressure extending from it right over Puerto Rico. So they're getting some heavy rainfall, but it's still being sheared apart. It's down to a tropical storm now. It had been as high as a Category 4 hurricane at one point just north of the Leeward Islands. And now the forecast path and track continues to move it off to the west, looking dangerous, but then it takes a turn around the periphery of a high pressure ridge over Bermuda. And then there's a little bend back toward the northeast. So the cone of uncertainty now is starting to be a little concerning for the folks over the northeast United States, but it would be it looks like at this point anyway, a Category 1 hurricane. Elsewhere in the tropics, we continue to watch the Caribbean, which is fairly quiet right now. This really doesn't get really active. Well, it gets active all season. However, we have to really watch it in the months of October and early November because water temperatures stay extremely warm there. And we have low pressure areas moving and developing in there. This is a tropical wave. Long-range models indicate something may pop up here maybe 5-6 days from now as it marches off toward the west-northwest. So we'll keep an eye on that next week, especially next week for you. 79 in Washington now. It's 80 in Boston, 97 in Dallas. A warm one all the way up into Minneapolis at 89. Minot just a couple days ago was 90, I think 97 degrees, and now it's cooled to 62 as some colder air has filtered in. East winds turn to the north at 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet, and the water temperature is really warmed up. It was 83 the day after the storm, and now it's 89, and the UV index a 10, and look for a lot of sunshine out there for area beachgoers. And high tide at 11:01. Another one will be at 8:21. Sunset at 7:36. Partly cloudy, 20% chance for a shower or two tonight. especially inland areas, 77 for a low. Tomorrow, look for a little bit better chance for those scattered storms late in the day. Rain chance at 30% on Saturday. It looks to be a good weekend with high temperatures right around average. We'll be right back after this.